Before I start this, there is a Substack link down below so you can research this yourself and take a look at all of the articles and all that. So, yeah, you can research this yourself. Aclara Resources is a Canadian company whose primary owners are British, while also holding their biggest asset in Brazil, a BRICS nation. They are asking the U.S. government to spend $1.5 billion with a B on them, which comes after the DoD bought a $400 million chunk of MP Materials, a competitor. This is a situation within the rare earths industry, which is now becoming a major place for governments to fund in the world. The Chinese and U.S. governments know that there has to be a stable source of rare earths, and both are working to turn it to their advantage. Actual wars are dangerous, but economic ones leave far more people hurting. This is not an article or video that supports the Chinese, but at the same time it violates all the rules of laissez-faire capitalism. If you want to know what it should be, read Adam Smith's Wealth of Nations, as it will be eye-opening. We need to examine this issue, as the money being asked for will most likely end up with the Clara, whether we see it or not. The issue is too big and too important, while we are also working to weaken the Chinese, so people need to know what is going on. Also, hit like and subscribe if you like this sort of content.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
Now, I'm about to read you some stuff via Discovery Alert of what Aclara is asking for. Aclara Resources is actively seeking approximately 1.5 billion Canadian dollars, 2.04 billion, in U.S. government financial backing to advance its rare earth mining and processing initiatives. This Canadian company is majority owned by the Hochschild Group. This is a British company, and publicly traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Is strategically positioning itself as a critical partner in developing secure rare earth supply chains for North America. CEO Ramon Barua has confirmed the company has submitted formal funding proposals to multiple U.S. federal agencies and is preparing to present its business case in Washington. Those conversations right now are private, Barua noted, but a project like ours definitely catches the attention of the administration. The company is exploring diverse funding avenues through agencies including the Department of Defense, Department of Energy, and the U.S. International Development Finance Corporation. We are trying to explore together with them if there is an opportunity to join forces, Barua stated, highlighting the potential for public-private partnership in establishing critical mineral supply chains. What makes Aclara's approach particularly noteworthy is its dual geography model. Mining operations in Latin America combined with processing facilities in the United States. This structure potentially allows the project to qualify for various U.S. government funding mechanisms while maximizing resource utilization across the Americas. That is the tip of the iceberg on this. Now, this is via AI Invest, is some of the goals of Aclara. The global race for rare earth elements is accelerating, driven by the urgent need to decouple from China's dominance in processing and refining. For investors, this geopolitical shift has created rare opportunities. Companies that align with both ESG, environmental, social, and governance standards, and demand for supply chain resilience. Aclara Resources, a Canadian-listed developer with a flagship project in Brazil's Ionic Clay Belt, stands out as a prime candidate. By leveraging state-backed funding, advanced low-impact technology, and vertically integrated strategy, Aclara is positioning itself as a critical player in the transition to clean energy technologies. Brazil's Rare Earths Initiatives, a $1 billion national effort led by state-owned agencies like BNDES and FINEP, is reshaping the global REE landscape. With 124 projects proposals submitted, totaling $15 billion in valuation, the country is actively courting alternatives to China's 85% monopoly on refined REE output. Aclara's Carina project, located in Gao State, is a top contender for funding. This region's ionic clay deposits mirror China's southern reserves, offering a geologically strategic advantage. The project's alignment with Brazil's national goals is evident in its partnerships. Aclara has secured a memorandum of understanding with Gao State and the municipality of Nova Roma to fast-track permits, enhance infrastructure, and prioritize local workforce development. The company's $582.3 million investment will create 3,200 direct jobs, ensuring a social and economic benefits for the region. With an environmental impact assessment submitted in May 2025 and expected approval by December 2025, Aclara is on track for commercial production by 2028. Now, Aclara's proprietary circular mineral harvesting technology sets it apart in an industry often criticized for environmental harm. The process eliminates liquid discharge, reduces carbon emissions, and ensures full revegetation of mined areas. In a pilot phase, the company has already extracted 150 kilograms of heavy rare earth carbonate from 200 tons of clay, demonstrating scalability without compromising sustainability. The ESG focus is critical in an era where investors increasingly demand transparency. Aclara's approach not only mitigates regulatory risk, but also aligns with the U.S. Department of Energy's priorities for secure, sustainable, critical mineral supply chains. The company's U.S. separation plant, supported by federal incentives, further reinforces its vertically integrated model. By converting rare earth oxides into alloys for permanent magnets, a key component in electric vehicles and wind turbines, Aclara is bridging the gap between raw material extraction and end user application. People should be watching this. Now, okay, this needs to be done. I find it interesting that Brazil is going against its BRICS ally in China to do this. I'm not real happy with the whole ESG concept of this, environmental, social, and governance. That is a just horrific leftist thing that has hurt more than it's helped. But I see it from two sides. From the laissez-faire capitalist side, I'm not a real big fan of governments getting involved with this. I think it should be all privately funded. I think it should be kept out of the hands of any government. But the realist side of me knows that governments are going to get involved. This is too important of an issue. Taxpayers here in the U.S. need to know what's going on because it's our money that is most likely going to end up in the hands of this company. And yes, there are U.S. jobs involved. Yes, this is good for breaking China's dominance. But at the same time, this is starting a war that I don't know if, and I'm not talking about hey, we're shooting firearms at each other. I'm talking about a Cold War economic side. This could get deadly real quick. The U.S. has proven that it can win a Cold War. But it's going to be a long haul situation with China. China doesn't play games. Russia did not have the economic ability to fight the Cold War on an economic standpoint, but China has a lot of the resources it needs to fight the U.S. in this. Along with the fact that Canada and Britain is getting involved because this is a company that's based out of Canada and it's being heavily funded by a British group, then throw in the fact of that the Chinese have a lot of say, and Brazil could all of a sudden nationalize this in the being part of BRICS. There's a lot of questions to be answered, and a lot of people need to watch this because our funding could go to something that could be nationalized by Brazil, that could turn into a boondoggle. Yes, we do need to know about this. It is our money, and more than likely, without us, even if we say no, we don't want it, it could happen. Actually, I think it probably will happen. So, folks, keep watching this issue. This is your money, and it could turn bad really, really quickly. Hey, I got a YouTube membership. If you're on Facebook or Rumble watching this, hey, I have a Patreon. I'm trying to get together the money so I can interview folks and talk to the people that are involved in stuff like this. If you could help me out, it's only like $1, $2, depending on which one you go with. It really would help me out. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.